Hi there. My name is Dr. Patronus and I've been asked to see you today to do a quick physical check for your new employment. Is that okay? Yeah. So firstly, congratulations on gaining your new position and your new job. So well done there. Are you starting there quite soon? Oh, brilliant. So you've got another day off to yourself. And then you're starting. Well, as you know, before you can start on Monday, you need to pass this physical today. But it's nothing to worry about. It's just a quick check, really, just to have a look at your vital signs, do a health questionnaire, and make sure that your fitness is up to a good level to start the new job, because it is quite physical. So they just need to make sure that you're nice and prepared for the task. Okay? So could I just confirm a few details on your medical notes? What name is it, please? Perfect. And just to confirm your date of birth, if you could repeat it back to me, please. Fantastic. And your postal code as well. That's lovely. Now, on the screen, I can see that the results have come through that you just had done in the other room about 5 minutes ago. Your blood pressure is absolutely spot on. They also took your height as well. I just need to do a quick weight measurement so that we can pop a BMI score on your file. So I've got some scales just here. They're just your average bathroom scales that you have at home. So if I could just ask you to take your shoes off now. I'm going to pop those just down here next to you. That's perfect. And if I could ask you to hop on the scales as soon as you've got your shoes off. It might be worth taking your jacket off as well, because that sometimes affects the reading if it's quite a heavy material. Lovely, if you'd like to step on. I'll just have a look at the results. Brilliant. That's perfect. You can sit back down, thank you. And adding that to your height and taking into consideration your age, that's a good healthy weight, so that's absolutely fine. The next thing that I need to do is just check your beats per minute. As your blood pressure is absolutely fine. I'm just going to use my watch here to look at a 30-second time period, and I need to do the pulse point either from your neck, just there, or from your wrist. Usually it's easier to take it from your wrist, so I'll try that first. But if I have any problems getting that reading, I'll try your neck then. Okay, so I'll just pop that there so I can keep an eye on the time. So you can check your pulse yourself. You either check it for 10 seconds and times it by 6, or take it for 30 and times it by 2, or take it for a full minute. Just have a bit of patience. But usually for your age, gender and everything, would expect about between 68 and about 73 beats per minute to be a good healthy average. So the higher up the beats per minute get, the more that your heart's working, so the lower it is, the better really. Okay, so if you could just put your wrist out like that. Alright, that's it, and I'll check that. Thank you. Just breathe normally. Good. Perfect. So that was 33 beats in 30 seconds. So that would work out at 66 per minute, which is fantastic. Perfect. So the next thing that I need to do, I'm just going to give you a general check. So we know that your vital signs and everything are good. I just need to check your eyes, check your sense of smell, and check your sense of touch. So just check the senses really. And I'll also check your muscles. So make sure that you can pull back when I'm pulling your arm forwards. Make sure you can do all your facial expressions. Just make sure that everything is ticking over as normal, but I'm sure it is absolutely fine. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just have a little look through your head. Make sure that you've not got any sores or lesions or anything like that knocking about, which I'm sure you haven't. So if you could just sit back nice and straight and relaxed, I'm just going to lean over at you. And that's perfect. Lovely. Yeah, everything's fine. You've not got any lesions or sores or anything like that. And I've got here a nice bit of cotton wool, which is nice and soft to the touch. And I've also got just a piece of metal that's a little bit sharper. It won't cut you or break the skin or anything. But for the next check, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, sit nice and still, and I'm going to pop these on each side of your face, maybe on your forehead, on your chin, and I want you to tell me if it's soft, like the cotton wool, or a bit sharp, like that piece of metal. Okay, and I'll just check your sense of touch. So if you'd like to close your eyes for me, please. Perfect. Right. Ready? Brilliant. Brilliant. Sharp. Yep. Perfect. Sharp again. Yep. Soft. Soft. Sharp. Perfect. Lovely. That's absolutely fine. So the next one I'm going to do, in terms of the face area and your eyes and smell, is check your sense of smell. So inside this little pod, there's a particular scent that I'd like you to just have a bit of a sniff and tell me what it smells like. Okay. Ready? Any idea? What's vanilla? Perfect. And the next one is a little bit bigger, so exactly the same again. But this time I want you to cover up one nostril, like that, and then cover up the other, and just make sure that the scent is the same on both sides. Okay, so first one, cover up your left nostril. And don't tell me yet. Cover up your right nostril. Smell. Yeah? Yeah, it tastes mint. Lovely. Right, perfect. So the next one that we're going to do, the final one with your senses, is if you could just turn around. There's a chart on the back right hand wall over there. Sorry, you don't need to turn around. You just need to look over in that corner. And the second letters down, cover one eye and read the second row down for me, please. Perfect. And cover your other eye and read the fourth row down. Brilliant. And you do wear lenses, don't you? Some contact lenses. You've got them in at the minute. Yeah, lovely. But that's 20/20 vision in there. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the muscles in your arms. So if you hold your arm like that, and I'm going to pull, and I want you to resist that sensation. So pull the other way, okay? Lovely. So if you just let your arm go nice and floppy, and then pull your arm up like that, right? So I'm going to pull it, you push the other way. You ready? Perfect. On the other side. Fantastic. Now one more time. Lovely. And the other. So every single aspect of the test you've passed, so that's really, really good. I'll send the report off to your employee. I told you it'd be nice and quick. So the last thing that I need to do is just a little bit of a health questionnaire to keep on file here, and also to send a copy to that to your employer. Is that okay? Yeah. If you're happy to go ahead with it, there's just a few questions. It's in regards to the physical activity and things that you usually do. So on average, how many hours per week do you exercise? Yes, we do about 30 minutes a day. And what sort of exercise is that? Is it a sport or is it the gym? Football, okay. And gym. Lovely. And do you smoke at all? Social, so about 5 a week per weekend. And obviously you do know the negatives of smoking and things. We've got a wall outside that have got leaflets to help you stop. I know that you only smoke socially, but it's just worth bearing in mind for the future. And as you're a social smoker, how many units of alcohol do you consume a week? Okay, lovely. And in terms of your diet, do you think that you eat 5 or more portions of fruit and veg a day? About 4, yeah. And I know sometimes it is hard to have a varied, balanced diet, but again, we do have some resources outside that have got some good links to websites with good recipes that are quick and easy for teas and lunches and things. So you eat about 4 a day, but it varies. Right, well, thanks for being nice and honest with your questionnaire. That's all done, and I'll send that off to the email address that your employer supplied for us. So everything's absolutely fine. You're free to go. Thank you for coming in today. If you have any queries about any of the checks, or if you'd like a copy of the report yourself, just let the front desk know and we'll be able to